I'm going to put on some rock lights today. These are aux beam rock lights. The reason I got them is because the controller has two different things that come out of them. They come with wires and they just connect to the light itself. If you have a light go bad, hopefully I can just replace this pretty easy without a bunch of splicing underneath the vehicle. I bought two kits. I bought an 8 light kit and a 4 light kit. I ended up using 7 on my F150. It comes with two 10-foot cables. I ended up using all the 10-foot cables out of my out of both kits. I'm gonna have to try to order some more 10-foot cables. That's just kind of an extra kit to have for now. I don't know if I'll end up using it or not. Here's where I put my Quake LED controller. I was able to bolt it on top of the fuse box, and you can take it off barely. It'll still clear that. And then this one come with a remote control. And then here's the rock light controller that's Bluetooth. And then the driver's side is done. And I put one down inside my bumper and then down the side. I'll show you the rest of them. So the way I had to get to the passenger side is you got to take all this apart. I can't get my hand in there to do the bolts on the back side. I use number 8 bolts on the back side, and then the rock lights came with 10-foot, and I think they're 60-inch pieces. Well, I had to use the 10-foot pieces to go from here to the center, and then from the center back there, and I might put one on the other side in the middle in the back. Haven't made up my mind yet. And then now here's what they look like. This one was a pain in the butt. You'll see in a little bit. I did videotape that. And then I put one in the center, and then I put one in the back. So there's 3 down this side, 1 in each wheel well, 1 in the center. I put 1 in the winch. I figured it'd be a good idea to see the drum in there. That way you don't bunch up too much winch line on one side or the other. At night, you don't have to worry about carrying around stuff. And that thing is bolted inside here. I'll take you under and show you the way I did the other ones. So here is how I did these. I mounted them with some stainless steel screws. I ran it down through a hole right there. There was a hole already in there. I just made it a little bigger and put a little grommet. I painted my wire ties black because I didn't have black ones with screw holes. It comes down out of there, wire tied it up there, all the way down. Right there's the other one. I drilled some holes and just used some sheet metal screws, and I put some washers behind it because there's this little thing in there, a little bump. I didn't want it to break it in half. And then I go all the way through there and up to the motor. Or up by the motor. And then, I don't know if you can see that other one. There's that other one underneath there. That should work out. And then here is what it looks like. There's the white light. It looks blue in the video, doesn't it? I guess what the LED is picking up, that's the RGB, so it's picking up the blue. It's actually white-ish. Let me see if I can, it's a Bluetooth app that controls everything. Yeah, that's a little, in the video it looks blue. That's kind of a white. But I guess the video is not picking up the white LED. So I think that's pretty good. This is how I pretty much wire all my lights. I got some 3/8 cloth wire loom I just got from eBay. Got some this is actually 16 gauge wire. I'm going to use crimp connectors, and I'm going to put heat shrink over them to keep them this, and then this will all have wire loom on it too. And that's just for that one light right across the front. Might as well finish that up tonight. Fished it up, right up through where I did the winch to that Quaker controller. Quake LED controller. Well, here's what I do with these. Slide some heat shrink on there, I'll slide that over there, heat shrink it. I used to use the butt splices that had heat shrink on them, but I found out when you crimp them, sometimes there's a little pinhole in there and it ends up letting water in and then they corrode. So I'm gonna start doing it that way. I know people say soldering is better, but this is a pretty good way too. And then I'll cover it with the wire loom, fish it up through there and hook it up to that controller. Alright, here's my bumper light. Oh yeah. Look at that. We'll see how that works out. Now I'll show you what I did. Turn this little guy off. I ran it up in here. I gave myself a little extra. When I get done with everything, I'm gonna clean this little section up. And I wired it into another one. So now I got the bumper light done, the rock lights done. Now to tackle those lights up there and all around the cap. I'll get it. Not tonight, I don't think. I think I'm done for the night.